So the first riff that I was playing was the Led Zeppelin tune Heartbreaker, and this tune utilizes pretty much like an A minor blues scale. So an A minor pentatonic scale would be off of the 5th fret, and this is kind of our familiar box 1 pattern. We're going to figure 1 4 1 3 1 3 1 3 1 4 1 4. And so on. So that's our pentatonic scale. To play a blues scale, we add 1 note to that, and the riff Heartbreaker essentially uses the blues scale. So the blues scale would be 1st finger and then 4th finger. 1st finger, now the 2nd finger, and 3rd finger. So we're adding in that middle note. Next string is finger 1 and 3. And that completes 1 octave of an A minor blues scale. So again, it's finger 1 and 4, finger 1, 2, 3, and then finger 1 and 3. Now the Heartbreaker riff utilizes pretty much that range, but if you want to play the blues scale in the next set of strings, the pattern is starting on the 3rd finger, because that's the A, that's the root of the scale. The next range would be finger 3, finger 1, 3, and here's the blues note again with the pinky here. This is on the 3rd string on the 8th fret. Then finger 1, finger 4, and finger 1. We could also play finger 4 here. Is another note within the scale. So again, finger 3, 1, 3, 4. There's the blues note. 1, 4, 1, 4. So the entire blues scale in this position would look like this. Finger 1, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 4, 1, 4, 1, 4. And also going backwards, same fingering. So that's just some use of that blues scale. So the riff for Heartbreaker basically just walks up that blues scale, starting on the A note to the pinky, 5, 6, 7. So we have timing wise, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm leaving out the last note of that riff for now, which would be on the 3rd fret, and then coming back to the 5th fret. This note is in the pentatonic scale, by the way. It's just it's a G here. It could also be played here. So to start with, if I have a drum track, about a little bit slower at about 80 beats per minute here, just playing that phrase to get comfortable with it, I'd have once that feels comfortable, the last note would be that G on the 3rd fret. So we have to jump over there. Okay, so with the track, that looks like this. So that's the first half of the riff, and then the second half of the riff is really the same thing. It's just that the first note is played 4 times in a row using 16th notes, counted as 1E and a 2, 3, a 4E, 1E and a 2, 3, a 4E, 1E and a 2, 3, a 4E, 1E and a 2, 3, a 4E. So it alternates between these two phrases. First phrase, 1, 2, 3, a 4, 1, and a 2, 3, a 4, 1, 2, 3, a 4. Where the drum track looks like this. 3, 4. That was at 80% of an 80 beats per minute track. I'm going to just bring it up to the regular 80 beats per minute just to play it a couple times through there. Okay, so that's the riff to Heartbreaker. And I want to point out in that song, about 2/3 of the way through, they actually just take that riff and start moving it up. Basically, they just started off of the 8th fret, then they played off of the 10th fret, then they played off of the 12th fret. So I'm just going to play that sequence, and if you're playing along with the song, it's really just a matter of moving the pattern up to those frets. Starting on the 5th fret. There's just kind of a build off of that E. Something along those lines. Just, the length of time for each one I think was actually a little bit shorter. But the idea is you can actually move these riffs around and use them, because the pentatonic scale is movable. You can play it anywhere. So they did this in the song. They just took the riff and just moved it up just to build some, excitement and tension building into that classic guitar solo in that song where it's just broken down to just Jimmy Page. So it just kind of builds that energy just by moving the riff up. So I would recommend practicing it off of the 8th fret. So I just took the same pattern and just moved it off of the 8th fret. Then they move it off the 10th fret. Exact same pattern, same distance of frets and whatnot, off of the 10th fret, and then 12th fret, same exact pattern. It just shows that the pentatonic scale can be easily moved anywhere to accomplish what you want musically or to learn a song if you need to move it. So basically I'm thinking off of each fret, the 8th fret, here's my box, pentatonic scale. If I want to play the blues scale, it's just those extra notes. So that's now a C minor pentatonic scale, or a C minor blues scale. Because it's starting on the note C on the 8th fret. So if I move the whole thing up to the 10th fret, now it's a D minor blues scale because a D is on the 10th fret. And if I move it to the 12th fret, same pattern. Now it's an E minor blues scale or pentatonic scale, just simply by moving that shape off of a different note on the E string.